Hey y'all. Okay, I am here. What do I do with my front? I just had it. I am going to be cutting for the Pastry Shop's quilt, the Jelly Jammin Stars. I am going to be cutting this a little bit different. I read through the pattern, and so what I'm going to be cutting first is, because it says plan your star blocks first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out all of my centers, the center of the star block, and then the 8 points. I'm going to cut all that out first. So this is probably going to be a multi cutting series video for this quilt, just because I want to make sure that everything stays organized and I have my star points with the center of the stars. And then I will go through and I will cut out all of my other, like the inside, the borders. I will cut all those out next, and then and this will probably be all in one video here to cut all of these, and then I'll cut my borders, and then I'll cut my background off camera. So yeah, so I've got my fabrics. I've got them all. I've got all of my centers here, and then all of my star points here. So I need a board. Where's my boards? Here's the one that should work. I'll use this one. Move this over here. So I figured that might be a little bit easier to do. So I will have double. I did go through in my double. I kind of went off some of her prints, but changed some stuff up too. So, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out all of my prints first, and then I will cut out all my star points. So, if that makes sense to y'all. So I think that, hopefully that will, because I've been going through here, and she's got the instructions to cut everything, but I want to make sure I get all my star points and all my stars first, the center stars. And then I'll go through and finish cutting for all of all the little borders around. Yeah. And then I'll cut my inside, or my side, and my top and bottom borders out of, the bigger print, this print right here. And I did starch that. So I'm going to paint y'all down. So if that makes sense to y'all, I hope it does. I know I wanted to go ahead and get this started and going. Of course. Turn this the wrong way. Okay, so I'm going to do this. And I may use these for star points. I'm not sure, but I'm going to put those over there. These, I got a few, like I said, I got a few prints that I'm actually doing double. I got to straighten this up. Hold on. So some of them I am doing double on. I love these big floral prints. Actually, let me move this down a little bit more. I got all that fabric up there. Why'd I do that, y'all? My mind is like going right now. Trying to figure all this out. Because she does recommend, instead of just starting to cut, to plan out your star blocks first, and that's what I did. So I'm like, you know what, for my mind, now it may be easier for y'all because it says to cut out like 100 and something of a certain size. I think it's like 100. What is it? I can't give y'all the cutting. Yeah, it says 164 of a certain one that I'll be cutting out, that will be including my star points. So for me not to get confused and to keep everything straight, I was like, you know what? This may cause more work for me, but in my head, to help me keep things straight, I will do the my little stars first. What is it? I hit it on a post. You didn't break it. You probably just stubbed it real good. Okay. After I do this, we'll start school. Did you do your Bible? Okay. After I do this, we'll get school going again. But yeah, for my brain, it just works this way. I don't know what I'll do with those, but I can do something with those. But so yeah, this just works with my brain. Because I want to make sure I cut what I need to cut for my star blocks. And she does give you all, the 32 pieces of these aren't the 10-inch squares, they're 10-inch strips, which are basically, they're doubled, which are basically like a layer cake cut in half and stacked on top of each other. So, and I actually prefer this because I don't like those pinked edges that you get on layer cakes and stuff. So I actually like this. This is the way I'm doing mine. Okay, and then this will be the last one that I'm doing that is double. I decided to do double on my real big pretty floral prints. Those are my favorite. And y'all might decide different. Some of hers are a little different than mine. I need to take this trash out already. Okay, so there are 2, 4, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So there's 10. So those 10 are done. I'm going to stack. No, these will go here. Because those are okay, so those are my star points. So some of these that are layered up, I'm just going to move one over and then cut out what I need to cut out. Matter of fact, I'm going to try to cut out 2. I don't like to try to cut more than 2 because sometimes I'm afraid I'm going to ruin the fabric. So I'm looking forward to the second box already. I really like this box. I love the pattern. I love the fabric. So that's 12, 10, 11, 12. Hold on. 13. 14. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and try to cut all of these. 15. 16. Okay, so these are my 16. Okay, so here are all my 16. So these are going to be my center star blocks. So now I'm going to cut all of my star points. And I need 8 certain size squares out of each. So I've got to see. And once I get them cut, then I'll kind of go through and figure out. Okay, so I have to probably cut 2. Then I'll probably go through and cut out which ones I want to go with what center block. Two, 4, 6, 8. Okay. And I'm putting my stack that I cut all together because these will go towards the other star points on the sides, like the insides of borders. Because the outside borders are going to be this back here that I have on my sewing machine. And then these will have an inside border of all different prints. Trying to cut as little as I can off these. Then, like I said, I'll cut my background off camera because I got to get it off the bolt. It's so nice to have a bolt of background fabric that I'm not having to, you know, oh crap, I need to go order background fabric. It's kind of nice. I'm going to try to order bolts when they're on sale as I can. I need to take out that trash and vacuum around that trash can. Now, I didn't starch these. I pressed them, but I didn't starch. So, because she did, like I said, she recommended to plane out your stars before you start cutting. And that's exactly what I did. I read through her instructions first. Normally, I just start cutting and then read, but because she did make that note at the top of the pattern, I did that. And so I went through there, read the instructions to see how everything's pieced together, to see what goes with what, you know. And then I started picking out all of my star centers and star points. And I decided I was about to try to start cutting everything together, but I was like, you know what? So I don't mess up, I'm going to go ahead and just cut all of my star points first and my star centers first. And then I'll cut everything else in a separate video. So I can get confused on things, and I can overcut or mess up, and I don't want to mess up on this. Even though I have more fabric of this, I don't want to mess up. So this is why, like I said, that's why I decided to do it. Y'all may do it, I'll cut it at once, but if you're kind of like me and sometimes get confused or want to keep things separate, this is why. This is why I'm doing it this way, and I messed up there. So I guess I'm just giving y'all an an alternate way to cut, I guess. I don't know. I love this fabric here. I think it's so pretty. I just love this entire line. And I need to work on my sew sampler from June that has this fabric in there. I just haven't yet. And honestly, the sew sampler that I was working on with the paper piecing, I just don't. I know I said it in the video earlier with the towels. I think that's when I said that, or was it another video? I don't remember. It was one of those videos. I just don't like that. I'm gonna do it because I have everything planned. I don't know. Y'all ever have those things that you've already cut, and then you go to start it, and it's just like, oh my gosh, just like a thorn in your side almost. I did see Shabby Fabrics October foundation paper piecing. I'm probably going to get it. I like last year's better, but I'm probably going to go ahead and get it because of the fact that it's on the theme of 4. Like I noticed this year, it looks like a lot of it is the 4-pack. Like there's 4 of them. So I'm probably going to, I don't know. I need to start getting the earlier year, the months too, like January, February. Because the first one I got was June. So the other January through May. But I was kind of waiting to see what next year's held too. If they're going to do a series 3 maybe. I wasn't sure. Yeah, I love this this stripology. I like it because I can make several cuts at once instead of making a cut and then moving my ruler over and doing all that. I love this one. It's my favorite. It's one of my favorites. I love creative grids no matter what. They're my favorite ruler. I was telling my friend Kimmy that the other day. I was like, I've got a lot of good rulers, but creative grids is by far my favorite. I like how they have the rulers laid out. I like all the lines and all the, all that on there. Okay. I've been so excited to make this since I got this box in. I'm already looking forward to the next box. I decided I'm not going to do that dragon fruit block of the month. I thought I was going to, but I decided against it. I'm not going to. I've got so many other things that I want to do that I'm not going to add something else onto my plate. This is going to be the first month that I'm not getting so sampler. And I'm afraid when I see some of those unboxings, I'm going to be regretting it. First time in 4 years. I am burning up for some reason. I'm about to start looking into another stand, another cell phone. I've been kind of looking for like a tripod, a different one. I've been kind of looking at newer one or different ones. I want to try to get a few different ones or a couple more different ones. But I don't know. Everything is just so expensive. I got this print and a blueprint. I almost ordered that Advent box from Missouri Star. I was looking at it, but man, I can't. Honestly, I mean, I know it's a good price for everything you get, but honestly, I'm like, would I even? Because last year I was looking and they had some really pretty stuff, but I'm like, would I even make half that stuff? You know? I thought about it though, because it'd be fun to open. You know. I need to turn this mat around. This is all getting a bunch of cuts in it. I need to turn it around the other way. So I'm wearing this side out. Okay. So here are, let me kind of organize all these so I'm going to put them a little bit neater. Okay. So here's all my fabrics. Not all my fabrics. This is for my stars. So these are my star centers, and these are going to all be my points. There's 16 different fabrics for the points. Some of the fabrics I do have double for the star points, but they'll all have different, or the star centers. There's a few double or some doubled, but they'll all have different star points. So these are strictly only for my stars. I'm going to leave this like this and lay these aside. And then the rest of these fabrics here, these and all of this that I cut off of, all of this I'm going to make the, I'll be cutting for like the inner borders. The outer borders are all going to be the same, but the inner borders are all scrappy and different prints. So, and that'll be in another video. Right now, I got to go in there and do school with my daughter, but figured I'd go ahead and get starting on the cutting, and then when I come back, my allergies or something, my throat feels, it's like it's not, I don't know, it feels almost a little scratchy and a little dry. I don't know. And it's probably because of, you know, our weather. But this is what the quilt will look like here. And so my next video, I'll be cutting all of the borders. This border, this right here, is going to be for the binding and also for, I think that's for the binding. I think. Let me make sure before I tell y'all. No. Yes. No. It says cut your binding out. I'll see. I can't remember. I can't remember. But this right here will for sure be this. I want to say this is the outer fabric. I don't remember. So, but my next video will be cutting the outside border fabric, which is that right here, and then all of this inside border, which is all of this. So all those colors. I'm going to cut the solids on my own time. I'm not going to video that. That way I can get it, because I'm going to cut all that at once. And I'll divide that all up into its own thing. But I will video for, because I know some of y'all like my cutting videos. I know I love watching people cut, especially Donna from Donna Jordan Jet Fabrics. I love watching her cut. But this fabric and this will all be cut in the next video. So this is like I said, this is the fabric strictly for the stars. I've got that cut, so that's out of the way. So now I know what fabrics are going to what. And what I may do is, since I have them all laid out, when I go to sew, I may pick this one up and figure out which one I want to go with this one. So, or I'll figure that out and show y'all later, because what I'm thinking of is I may just go ahead and put them in order from the board, like figure out what I want for this one, put it here, then second, third. That way I just can pick up off the top of the stack in the first or second one. You know what I mean? So, and I'll do that off camera. I'll figure that out and show y'all. So anyways, I will see y'all in the next video. Let me know who all, I know at least one is doing this. So she said that she was waiting on me. So I was like, oh, good. That gives me an excuse to go ahead and start this week. Because I was excited when I saw this. So anyways, I hope y'all having a wonderful day. I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye, y'all.